Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Catty Crypto here. So, as you can see from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about the moon. Now, as you can see, the format's changed. I've got rid of all the mumbo jumbo on the screen. I've got rid of all of the writing and things like that. I think people kind of get the drift now with all that kind of stuff. So I want to go for the more professional look. Now, like I said, new format. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it looks more professional. I really just want to do my best for you folks and really give ourselves a more professional look, considering that we're going to be burning a lot of Lunar Classic in the future and really contributing our own burn initiatives like we have built around us. So there's a lot of people who always say, can we go to the moon? And can this coin take us to the moon? And when moon and to the moon and stuff like that. And realistically, if you think about it, you sit there and you just ask yourself privately, don't you? You say, oh, do you know, well, I hope it gets to $1. Regardless of even looking at the stats or anything, that's just how the human brain kind of works. And it's a really viable question. Now, as to going to the moon, if you think about it, right, look all the way back to when we capitulated, okay? So you're talking at the early start of May, okay? The price absolutely crashed down to it was so low they basically stopped people from buying it as best as they could. Now, I've got it up here from the ticker change, and as you can see, this is our old chart. So if I zoom in, and you can find this by going on Terra Luna's chart, if we zoom in, you can see that at one point, if we zoom right the way in, look, get right on that line, you can see if you had bought coins down at this level, okay, like Matthew Perry did, I think he spent about $50 and he made about $10,000. I mean, if I was him and in his position, I would have just felt like I'd gone to the moon. Personally, I'd have felt like I'd just got a two-way trip to the moon and back. Now, that in itself is serious gains in my opinion. Some people might beg to differ, but I believe that what he made there is serious, significant gains. And imagine someone put $25,000 down, or say they put $250,000 down when this happened. I mean, to the moon, that person would have went to Mars, landed on Mars, come all the way back to the moon, stayed on the moon for a week, and then come back to Earth. I mean, those would have been monstrous gains. And it just goes to show that realistically, yeah, you could go to the moon, and there's probably a lot of people who have gone to the moon already because of this coin. And if you look at where we are now compared to we were when we capitulated, I mean, it's just phenomenal. We're just over that level of crunching a zero. So we keep losing it and then gaining it slightly, losing it and then gaining it again slightly. So we're sort of teeter-totter in between, but the whole situation we're in, this project has got so much going for it. I don't know a stronger project out there. I don't know a community that is stronger than our community. I just don't. The transparency that we get 95% of the time from Terra Rebels is absolutely awesome. I mean, look at what they're doing to SHIB community. And you folks already know, if they tried pulling any stuff like that, regardless of the blowback on myself from it all, I would tell you folks the truth and make sure you knew at every turn what was going on, like you always do, positive or negative. But where we sit now is just phenomenal. I mean, we've got so many projects that are just wanting to help, wanting to burn. I'm seeing so many NFTs coming out. I was looking at a trading card game someone had put up on it's a forum pretty much on Reddit that I troll through, and this person had come up with this whole idea of a trading card game system similar to Pokemon, but to do with crypto coins, and they're kind of like top trumps. And I looked at it and I thought, that's a really good idea. And he said he would give them away and they would only ever gain value from people playing them. It was a really good concept and it looked like it could work. And I just mean, with small people doing stuff like this, and then if you go to the dashboard, go to Top Burners on Lunk Penguins. This is a great website, by the way, folks. Do make use of this. you can see that people are being inspired to burn. Regardless of who's inspiring them, and regardless of the amount that they're burning, they're still burning that amount. And a lot of people seem to think that, and I'm going to be doing a whole video on this for the Lunar Classic Basics playlist, and that's pretty much, a lot of people seem to think when this 1.2% burn tax lands, you're going to be taxed on your holdings. This is not the case. Only transactions after that point onwards will therefore be taxed. Okay, so if you bought coins on Terra Station, so to speak, once the burn tax is implemented on chain, you would be taxed an extra 1.2% separate to all the other fees that you get. It would be a whole new fee in itself, and this would be the same for off exchange. It would never affect your holdings that you already have. So, and this is kind of like, I think there'll be a mad scramble, so to speak. I think once the second staking gets put back online, you're going to see a possible FOMO event. And this FOMO event itself could be huge, because them fixing the governance and restoring it and bringing back staking is going to be monumental. The amount of coins that are going to come out of circulation is going to be great, absolutely great. And that in itself is one huge utility in crypto. I mean, it drives so many different cryptos. It drives the volume for them. I mean, Crow, the Crypto.com coin, is driven on that kind of utility. And it's just, it is possible for us to go to the moon even further and get way further price levels than we have achieved so far now. And we just need to make sure we're constantly showing these utilities out there, because ultimately a lot of people say, well, yeah, it could be a rug pull and stuff like that, but at the same time, we're just showing you these things. It's not financial advice. You need to go do your own research, do your own due diligence and things like that. But the more eyes we get on this project, the more people that follow in and follow suit, and the more we get, the merrier, because ultimately they're all going to burn. And ultimately, say 7-8 months down the line, they can't continue to do it, and they stop burning Lunar Classic. Okay, so they just stop burning Lunar Classic, we lose the utility, and they go off to follow their own path to find some kind of better utility for their coin, so to speak. Say that in the worst case scenario. So ultimately it's about getting more eyes on Lunk, and that's the good thing about these charity events that people are doing. This is the good thing about Lunk Whales taking the donations that they do, because it's just more eyes on Lunk. It's more eyes on the coin, and it improves our chances of actually possibly going to the moon once again. So do have a look at what the percentage scales that it did go up by in those time, folks. And yeah, let me know what you think about the new format. Let me know if it works for you. If you're not subscribed here, consider subscribing. If you don't like the videos and stuff like that, do consider dropping a like. Consider just going to our other channel, subscribing there. It all helps us burn Lunar Classic. Just rewatching all of the videos on the Lunar Classic Let It Burn channel does so much. Just interacting with that channel, it does provide its own content. It's not a copycat channel or anything like that. It genuinely does just post its own content that's solely recorded for that channel. So yeah, folks, let me know what you think about the format, and I will catch you in the next one. It's not financial advice. Beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, and like I always say, shalom.